Well, please bring your lunch and sit down, and we'll try to make it leisurely as you eat. Thank you for bearing with our time constraints and eating while you're listening. And thank you for coming in so well. I thought I was going to have to be a preschool teacher again and ring a bell, but it all worked. Well, I'm just delighted to moderate this panel. I do hope you had a nice lunch, and I know we didn't give you enough time, but we've got a lot of material to cover. It's kind of appropriate that I refer first to the last comment of the last panel that we never got to the question, but Rebecca's comment about measuring human capability versus human achievement, I think will continue that discussion and debate as we go into this next panel. This panel, as you know, is called What Indicators or Measures Exist, or I may add, what are being developed to track progress towards supporting children's development. I think many of us have come to deeply appreciate the 200 million children number that are at developmental risk because of poverty and malnutrition. However, we also know that we have to continue to build upon this number as we begin to document new ways and mechanisms of looking at the status of young children, how they're developing at the national, subnational, and globally. What are the conditions in families and communities and in classrooms that are impacting their development? So in this session, we've tried to not just look at child indicators, but look at the conditions that are either enabling or not enabling that development, prenatal through 8. We are delighted to welcome 3 important UN agencies and outstanding experts to talk on this panel. And now I'd like to say that all of them could speak for about an hour, and we could spend the whole afternoon talking about this topic, which is, very hot right now. But I've asked them, of course, to keep their remarks short. My hope for this panel is that you walk out of here today and have a better understanding about how these different indicator efforts are fitting together, particularly across the UN agencies, because it's sometimes hard for any of us to track it, let alone if you're in a country and trying to figure out what we should be doing at the regional or national level. We're primarily going to be talking about population-based measures here and hearing about some of the data that we already have that's coming out from some of these measurement examples. We have 3 presenters here, and we're going to be very 21st century. We're going to have one person come via WebEx to us, and that's Abby Rake. So we're going to start with Taryn Dua from the World Health Organization, who I really thank for her incredible leadership. We'll then move to Abby Rakes, who's shown such terrific scholarship at UNESCO in her work, to Patricia Carragher from the University of California at Berkeley, whose wisdom we all count on, and then to Claudia Kappa, who has done such an outstanding job, as Mickey pointed out earlier today, in helping us understand the mix and put the mix on the map. So with that, I'll start first with Taryn.
Thank you, Joan. And